is not even running scout team. He's literally watching everyone play. Bailey Zappe's running scout team. I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm hearing. Why is he on the team? Why is he even here? If that's what you think about, because his jersey, then why is he on the team if he's not even running scout team? Which I don't know.
It's a developmental project, Riz.
I'd love to ask him. Now today is Stefanski's day to cop out, which I love.
Yes,
he's
he
smart.
gives the coordinators.
So smart.
Yeah.
Somebody better ask Tommy Rees whether Shedeur's running scout team.
Shedeur Sanders has been sidelined again, but this time it's not just about missing first-team reps. He's been pulled from the scout team as well. And now, Bailey Zappe, the emergency quarterback, is taking those scout team reps instead. Think about that for a second. This isn't just a coaching decision. It feels like something deeper. We're talking about a quarterback with one of the best college records in history, now being forced out of a position he's earned. But for what? Is it personal? Are they sidelining him because he's different? The way he's been treated lately raises serious questions. This goes beyond the football field. It feels like there's something happening behind the scenes that we're not being told.
Outraged, I'm sickened, and I'm saddened. By the way, Shedeur continues to be treated in the National Football League, now by those sorry-ass Browns and sorry-ass KevinStefanski. So,
this isn't just about stats or game performance. It's about a system that's failing to see the talent right in front of them because of biased, racist views. It's happening in real time. The Browns, with all their power and influence, are sending a clear message, one that goes far beyond sports. The kid with the most potential, the one who could change everything, is being held back. And we are witnessing it unfold in front of our eyes. Why? Because they're scared? Because they want to see him fail? Because of who he is? Whatever the reason, it's not just unfair, it's dangerous. This isn't just about Shedeur Sanders anymore. This is about the bigger picture, the future of young black athletes, and the message we're sending when we let bias dictate decisions that could change lives. But enough is enough. This can't go on any longer. Shedeur's supporters, along with analysts, are demanding change. Many are calling for him to be traded, and honestly, it's hard to argue against them. Analysts point out that if Shedeur is no longer what the Browns want or need, they should let him go to a team that will actually give him a chance to shine. It's clear he deserves the opportunity to prove himself. Why let him stay in a situation that doesn't recognize or appreciate his talent? Fans want to see him succeed, to see him thrive in a place where his skills aren't being overlooked or suppressed.
You trade Shedeur Sanders. You clearly are not sold on him right now. You're not sold on the progress that he's making, even though you're publicly saying, hey, we're happy with where he's at.
I'm going to be livid if it goes down, by the way.
The truth is, the Browns have trapped Shedeur, and it all comes down to money. They don't see him as a player or a person. They're simply using him to boost their profits. They keep him on the sidelines while Bailey Zappe takes reps, all while pushing the narrative that the owner wants Shedeur to play to attract more fans and increase viewership. But the reality is, this isn't about giving Shedeur the chance he's earned. It's about control. Right now, they're doing exactly what has always been done to black athletes, holding them back, suppressing their potential, and denying them the opportunities they've worked for. It's all about using Shedeur for their own gain while refusing to give him a fair shot. Things are starting to heat up as teams like the 49ers are showing interest in Shedeur Sanders, but the Browns are hesitant to let him go. If Shedeur gets the chance to prove himself elsewhere, their plan to keep him sidelined could be at risk. If he's given the freedom to play, there's nothing stopping him from becoming a legendary player. The Browns are trying to maintain control, but the fans are speaking out, demanding that Shedeur be given his opportunity. According to TalkSports, a reliable sports outlet, the 49ers are eyeing Shedeur, especially with their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, currently dealing with an injury. The 49ers fan base is making their support known, urging the team to act fast and bring in this rising star, recognizing the potential he has to lead their team to new heights.
So once again, as I said before, TalkSports tweeted out 49ers fans make stunning Shedeur Sanders trade demand after major Brock Purdy setback. TalkSports is a very credible source. They have 2.4 million followers.
It's not just fans from other teams who are paying attention. Even Browns fans are beginning to speak out. Many are calling for the team to release Shedeur Sanders, arguing that the current situation in Cleveland is stifling his growth and denying him the playing time he needs to develop as a quarterback. For fans who care about the team's future, it's becoming clear that sticking with this approach is preventing the development of a young quarterback with so much potential. There's a growing belief among some Browns supporters that a change is needed, whether that means Shedeur staying or moving to a team that will actually give him the chance to reach his full potential. The trade rumors surrounding Shedeur Sanders aren't limited to the 49ers. There's also growing speculation about a possible trade involving Tua Tagovailoa from the Dolphins. After a shaky start to the season, with Tua struggling under pressure and making costly fumbles, fans are starting to lose patience, and the calls for change are getting louder. Teams around the league are keeping a close eye on Shedeur Sanders, putting pressure on the Dolphins to make a decision. If Miami wants to secure this talented quarterback, they'll need to move quickly before the opportunity slips away.
Dolphin fans are ready for a change under center after a dreadful start. They want Shedeur Sanders traded to the Dolphins. Should Miami make a new move, Ocho?
At the same time, there's a growing propaganda narrative, with figures like Colin Cowherd, who has been a well-known critic of Shedeur Sanders, suddenly shifting his stance. Cowherd now claims that the Browns want Shedeur to play, suggesting that it's just a matter of time before they reach a breaking point. If the losses continue to mount, the pressure on head coach Kevin Stefanski and the coaching staff will be too overwhelming, forcing them to make a change. At that point, Shedeur is expected to step in and bring the energy and spark the team desperately needs. If he performs well, even in limited chances, fans will start calling for him to be the permanent starter, and his name will dominate the headlines. However, for now, that scenario still feels a long way off for the Browns.
Stefanski loves him. I think he's going to get all the opportunities. And frankly, Stefanski's in a great spot, Colin, because if the owner keeps pushing Shedeur on him and he don't want him...
Colin Cowherd has taken this narrative even further, now claiming that Browns ownership is fully behind Shedeur Sanders, seeing him as the future of the franchise and pushing for him to get on the field. But here's where it gets tricky. Cowherd suggests that, despite the ownership's support, management isn't ready to give him the starting role just yet. According to sources, the front office and coaching staff are trying to buy more time, delaying his full-time debut. Their strategy appears to be gradually easing Sanders into the spotlight, rather than handing him the starting position right away. Cowherd's narrative is pushing this idea, but some believe it's just another tactic to cover up the true reason they're holding him back. And it's beginning to feel like a carefully planned move to control his potential, rather than allowing him to truly excel.
Tell him, Shedeur's not ready, Shedeur's not ready. My guess is they go 0-4, maybe they go 1-3. Haslam's going to come down on Sunday, October 5th. And he says, I want Shedeur to play against Minnesota.
This situation is now in direct conflict with the fact that Shedeur Sanders hasn't even been given reps with the scout team. This decision from the Browns completely contradicts what Colin Cowherd has reported, and it's becoming increasingly clear that a trade might be on the horizon. If that doesn't happen, Sanders could spend a significant portion of the season on the bench, with no real opportunity to prove himself. The situation is escalating to the point where team management seems uninterested in even addressing Sanders anymore. The focus appears to have shifted toward avoiding any questions about him entirely. In a recent podcast, Tommy Rees revealed that Stefanski is now deflecting questions about Sanders, instead placing the blame on Rees himself. He claimed it was his decision to keep Sanders off the scout team, despite the fact that the emergency quarterback is still getting those reps.
Tell him, Shedeur's not ready, Shedeur's not ready. My guess is they go 0-4, maybe they go 1-3. Haslam's going to come down on Sunday, October 5th. And he says, I want Shedeur to play against Minnesota.
The situation surrounding Shedeur Sanders and the Browns has become a complex and increasingly frustrating narrative. What was once seen as a promising opportunity for Sanders is now marked by delays, contradictions, and a clear lack of support from the team's management. Despite the apparent backing from Browns ownership, the refusal to give Sanders meaningful reps, especially with the scout team, raises serious questions about the true intentions behind his sidelining. At this point, the writing on the wall seems clear. A trade is becoming more likely, especially with other teams like the 49ers eyeing Sanders. If the Browns continue down this path, they risk losing a talented quarterback who could thrive elsewhere. The longer Sanders is kept on the bench without a fair chance to prove himself, the more this situation feels like a missed opportunity, not just for him, but for the future of the team itself. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes with Shedeur Sanders and the Browns? Do you believe the team's management is truly trying to develop him? Or is there something deeper at play here? Are they holding him back because of his potential, or is there another reason? Could a trade to a team like the 49ers or someone else be the fresh start he needs? Or should he stay and fight for his spot in Cleveland? And what about the fans? How much do you think their voices will impact the decision-making process? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to hear what you all think about this unfolding situation.